brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Cornelick.
And I'm Chris Calazis.
And welcome to episode 10. Here we are on a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, and we've got some really interesting news for you, Kings fans. Heading it up, Frozen Fury. Chris, it's September 26th, and finally, we know where our meetup is going to be.
That's right, guys. We are going to be having a meetup from 5 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. at Diego, which is a Mexican restaurant with a modern twist.
Yes.
Known for their house margaritas.
Tableside guacamole apparently is excellent.
Supposed to be great.
Buckets of beer.
Buckets of beer and lots of awesome beer and shot specials. Made for us and made for you. Just a unique chance to sort of meet up with us, get ready, get pumped up for the game against the Avalanche. Conveniently located near the entrance to the Grand Garden Arena, and right next to the Forever Grand Wedding Chapel. Which is great if you plan on getting married. You may meet Mr. or Mrs. Right at the KingsCast event. We like to also facilitate matchmaking services here at KingsCast. We do, and FYI, Keith is an ordained minister. I don't know if that works in Nevada, but I believe it does. See ya in Vegas. All right, Kings fans, training camp is upon us, coming up September 6th. Wow,
and
already.
Unbelievable. And unlike last year, where there were a lot of spots open on the roster, this year there are only a couple.
That's right. It's a little more competitive this year. I'm looking forward to see some of these battles in there. I think that we have a lot of the solid cores put together, but there is a lot of chance for some of these rookies to sort of step up and make the team. I think we saw last year when Wayne Simmons made the team, was kind of a surprise.
Absolutely. Moeller.
Doughty,
of course. I can forget Drew Doughty.
Doughty, absolutely. But this year's going to be a little more tight. I'm looking forward to seeing these battles. For me, especially on defense, really looking forward to see what Thomas Hickey is going to be doing in camp and if he's going to be making the team, and not just for the 10-game little tryout series. Yeah, you know what, Chris? I really like the way Thomas Hickey played last year in training camp. I think if Doughty wasn't a factor, he could have made the team, at least for a few games. Lombardi, this year, I think there's a spot for him.
There is. Well, Lombardi's talked about wanting to possibly sign a veteran defenseman, and I think that's going to all, over the next week or two of training camp, is going to prove whether Thomas Hickey really has it and if he should make the team. Yeah, I think there's lots of veteran defensemen available if it comes to that. Still are. He's given these rookies every opportunity in the world to make the team, and I think Hickey is up there, especially with his experience in the World Junior Championships last year, his leadership skills. The guy's a winner. He's a champion. He's a leader. He's everything that they're looking for. I'm looking for him to make the team. And remember how many years ago, 2 years ago now, where we were just poo-pooing it, saying that Lombardi made a mistake with Thomas Hickey. I think we were all wrong. We were all wrong. I think Hickey's going to be great. The other hole that I'm seeing is at fourth-line center. We do have people currently on the roster could make the team. Brad Richardson had a terrible year last year. I don't think you slot him in. I don't think you do either. Hard to believe we gave him a second-round pick for him. But there's a lot of battles for that fourth-line center role. Obviously, with Derek Armstrong, he's gone. Not coming back. We talked about that on KingsCast.net last week. The person that I see possibly coming in is Trevor Lewis. Picked up his game last year in Manchester. He is sort of a prototypical fourth-line center. He's got a good two-way game. He's tough. I mean, he's not going to drop the gloves for you. He's still kind of a smallish guy. But he's in no way penciled in at all. I think that he's got to prove it too. But I definitely think he's a front runner as well for that position. It is. He's put up or shut up right now. If Trevor Lewis doesn't make the team and he doesn't do well in Manchester, he's going to be gone, just like Laurie Tukinen. It's going to be a battle, and we're not messing around this year. This is a year, and so barring any major injuries, I think those really are the two biggest sort of slots in question. Absolutely. The question is, are we missing anybody? Is there anybody out there that you think really needs to make the team this year? Let us know. Leave us a comment. Yeah, stuff like custom original KingsCast stuff that is made exclusively for the website, not available anywhere else. Celebrate Los Angeles. Celebrate Kings. Chris, one of the things that's been a little disturbing to me is you read these hockey news reports and projections of where the Kings are going to be, and they say that the big question out there is goaltending. And while the Kings' goaltending may be young, when you take LaBarbera out of the picture last year, I think Quick and Erzberg were fine. I think the world needs to know that Kings are ready to compete, and I think our goaltending situation is solid, barring any sophomore slumps. I do too. I have every confidence in Jonathan Quick. I thought he stepped up last year. I thought he played well for a kid. I think that this is a year where he takes the next step, and we don't know what's going to happen with Bernier down there. He still needs another year in Manchester, but I'm pretty happy with Quick and Erzberg. I'm happy to roll with that again. Much more confidence in that than a LaBarbera
in a Nurseburg combo.
Absolutely. I think the only surprise in camp could be if Bernier shows up and he's the best goalie. Then we have a situation, which is a good situation to have. I mean, 2 years ago, Bernier showed up as the best goalie in camp because the competition was Jason LeBarber and Dan Cloutier.
He's the net on the above option.
Yes,
you never want to be.
Good competition this year. So, you know what, guys? Everyone else who's not a Kings fan, Kings are going to be okay this year in goaltending. Look for a quick and Erisberg tandem and Bernier to do a great job in Manchester.
Yeah, but and speaking of those sort of projections, you really can't look into that. And recently, Jim Fox did an interview on LAKings.com where he sort of talked about that. He's like, you know what, don't look at those things, especially if you're a player, you know. I'm sure you're tempted to, which would be pretty cool. I would too, probably, when I hear everything about
Googling myself all day.
Exactly. But you know what, those are just projections. They're really based on numbers and sort of gut instincts. But you know what, it's all about just improving the defense, keeping solid goaltending, and having that offense just step up and make it. I think we're going to be picking higher, which I think the average thing has been sort of 12, but you know, really irrelevant to me. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So look for some good goaltending this year. I think this is going to be an exciting year of Kings hockey. And guys, we'll see you at Hockey Fest on Friday.
See you there. So there you have it, Kings fans. Winding down the summer here. Looking forward to our first preseason game coming up in about 2 weeks, which is really exciting. So I'm Chris Kalaziewski.
I'm Keith Korneluk, and thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.